right, let's dive right in. We're about to open up an ancient text, the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, for a pretty incredible conversation between a great king and Lord Krishna himself. And this isn't just any story. It's about how observing a single day could literally change the destiny of your entire family for generations to come. So, picture this. It all kicks off with a really sincere question. You have this king, Yudhishthira, and he's asking Lord Krishna about a specific Ekadashi, which, is the 11th day of the lunar fortnight. And this one simple question, it's about to open the floodgates to a huge divine revelation. And Lord Krishna's reply. This is where it starts to get really interesting. He begins to explain just how significant this day is. He calls it an Ekadashi that has the power to remove all sins. So, what's it called? Lord Krishna reveals its name, Pashankushaa Ekadashi. And that name is a clue to its power, because its central promise is the complete removal of all your past sins if you just observe this one day with devotion. And who are we focusing our worship on? Well, it's Lord Padmanabha. It's this beautiful name for Lord Vishnu that refers to the lotus flower that literally grows from his navel. He is the one to be honored on Pashankushaa Ekadashi. Now, the promise made here is just extraordinary. It covers everything, both in this life and the next. We're told you can achieve all the heavenly pleasures you could ever want right here, and then, this is the big one, attain ultimate liberation from the whole cycle of birth and death. And this is where you really see the scale of the mercy involved. The text says that even if someone has committed just countless sins, truly awful things, a single, humble act of respect to Lord Vishnu on this day is enough to save them from hellish punishment. That's a powerful statement about timing and devotion. But the glories don't stop there, not by a long shot. Let's take a look at how observing this one day stacks up against other famously pious activities. And trust me, the comparisons are absolutely mind-boggling. Okay, think about the most sacred pilgrimage sites you can imagine. The holy river Ganges, the sacred cities of Gaya and Kashi. According to Lord Krishna, the spiritual merit you gain from fasting on this one day is greater than visiting all of them. And this just puts it in perspective perfectly. The merit you'd get from performing 100 of the most powerful, elaborate, ancient sacrifices, well, it doesn't even equal 1/16 of the merit you get from fasting on this Ekadashi. I mean, what a spiritual exchange rate. Wow. The text uses this really powerful, kind of startling metaphor to describe how our karmic reactions stick with us. It says they are as loyal and persistent as a chaste wife. So Pashankushaa Ekadashi is presented as the one thing powerful enough to finally break that bond. So what's on the table? Pretty much everything. The amazing part is that this observance covers the whole spectrum of desires. Whether you're shooting for the ultimate goal of liberation, or you just need help with more immediate things like good health, wealth, or even just having enough food, this fast is presented as the key. Okay, so we totally get the why. It's incredibly powerful. But what about the how? How do you actually observe this day to get all these incredible benefits? Let's break down the actual method. The path that's laid out here is a full 24-hour cycle of devotion. It's not just about not eating during the day. The practice continues all through the night with a vigil of hearing and chanting, and the whole thing is framed by acts of worship and charity. It's a total immersion. And I love this point. This practice isn't some exclusive club for the wealthy. The text makes it very clear that even the poor should participate. Just bathe and then give whatever charity you can afford. It's all about the sincerity of the act, not how much it costs. All right, now we get to what might be the single most astonishing claim of all. The benefits of observing this Ekadashi, they don't just stop with you. They radiate outwards, across time, and through your entire family tree. So, who else gets to cash in on this incredible spiritual credit? The answer is just vast. It really shows you how deeply interconnected families are in the spiritual worldview. The answer revolves around this number, 10. But what does it mean? We're not talking about 10 people. We're talking about 10 generations, and not just from one side of the family. This is just staggering. I mean, think about it. A single person, by properly observing this one fast, can liberate 10 generations of ancestors on their mother's side, 10 on their father's side, and 10 on their wife's side. That is 30 generations of souls, all freed because of one person's devotion.
And we get this incredible, vivid picture of their destination. These liberated ancestors, they get these beautiful four-armed spiritual bodies, they're dressed in yellow garments, and they get to ride on the back of Garuda, the divine eagle who carries Lord Vishnu straight to the spiritual world.
So while this massive blessing is happening for your entire lineage, what about you, the person actually doing the fast? Well, you get the ultimate personal reward. Not only are you freed from all your own sins, but at the end of your life, you're promised a return ticket to the supreme spiritual home of Lord Vishnu. The text also really emphasizes the power of simple charity on this day. It says that giving what you can, whether it's something valuable like gold or land, or something super practical like water, an umbrella, or even a pair of shoes, is another way to help secure a peaceful afterlife, far from the judgment of Yamaraj, the Lord of Death. Now, to really drive home the importance of all this, Lord Krishna presents a pretty stark contrast. What happens to a person who lives their life without ever doing these kinds of spiritual practices? And here is the final powerful image he leaves us with. The very breath of such a person is compared to the puffing of a blacksmith's bellows. Just a mechanical, empty action. It has no real spiritual substance, no purpose. It's a profound thought to end on. A life lived with spiritual purpose versus one without? That's really the core message behind the glories of Pashankushaa Ekadashi, all from the ancient Brahma Vaivarta Purana. It's presented as this day of incredible opportunity, not just for you, but for 30 generations of your family. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.